I've been asked to help people with a UD40 or UD35 speedometer that is faulty. So I've been asked to help them in servicing and repairing them. So the common fault with these speedos is when it's in the vehicle, this is what happens. It bounces all over, right to about 140 k's an hour. I'm just turning the back end of it from the magnet unit here, and this is what happens. There. So to repair that, I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so what we do is at the top, you press the little buttons down over here that are holding the bezel on over the speedo. Press the bottom ones. There they are. Comes off. Then you have full access to the speedo. And this is where the problem is with it, you see. The problem is inside the magnet itself. So at the back of it, what we then have, there are 4 screws holding the speedo in. So I'm just going to remove that quickly. Okay, I've removed the four screws between the back there to remove the speedo. And there we have the speedo. This is what the speedometer looks like. Okay. This is what it looks like. So basically this is a common fault with these Japanese vehicles. The Nissan, it's a Nissan UD35, UD40s. First thing what we do is we've got to remove this needle and then take the face off. So I'm going to do that in the meantime. But to remove the needle, you would hold it with your fingers. Put your finger in the inside to hold the magnet, the magnet unit there. You just hold it flat down and then you pull the needle off. Like that. All right. Excuse the shaking. There we go. And then we have these 2 little screws over here that need to come off. So I will do that for you quickly. Okay, so what do we have here? So I've removed this face, loosened the screws and removed the face. There we go. And now we have odometer and the trip meter. So we have to remove the trip meter, that little screw there, and then just below this magnet housing is a little bimetal. That's a little bimetal. That bimetal, you need to remove it as well with this screw so you can access the magnet housing. Okay, bear with me. Okay, I've removed the screw from the bimetal. There it is. I'm putting it down because I need to get access down inside there in the magnet housing. And then here is the odometer as well. The odometer, it goes inside here. Okay, it moves out like that. Now you have access to that bush over there. Be careful of this hairspring, that you don't touch the hairspring. The hairspring is already preset, and if you bend it out of the way, it's going to give you false readings. All right, so there we go. We can see that this magnet housing this shaft is dry. And that is what is causing this speedometer to bounce and get stuck. So I'm going to show you how to loosen this little lot up with, I call it a tool in a can. I'll show you that. Right, now, as you can see, yeah, we've got the magnet housing with the magnet shaft. All of these is a tiny little magnet in the inside. It has two ends on it. I don't know if you can see there. If we can see it. And every revolution it picks up, it takes this speed cap. On the outside, it's a thin speed cap, and it picks it up like that. And as it spins, so the speed cap goes with the magnetic force. It turns and picks up the needle. And it's that little hairspring that brings it back. Okay? Where this shaft is turned from the cable comes in the back here, turns this shaft, turns the magnet, turns this one, turns that one there, and it turns the odometer. All right, it's all set up ready there. And then your trip meter that comes in the inside also. Now the trip meter, you can see the numbers are very dark, so we're going to clean that up as well. All right, so let's go for it. Here is a tool in a can. So we spray it. This is Q20, W40, whatever. You just spray there, spray it here, spray it in the magnet housing. Screws are shaking. And then you spin it. Just keep spinning it. Take this little shaft, go up and down with your fingers. Take that one, spin it there. Now it'll start making a little noise, like a clicking up and down. There we go. There we go. And it's loose. Give it a good clean. Give it a good shake. Shake this liquid out. Shake it. So you give it good lubricant. Lubricate everything that's inside here. Now we'll see that the magnet, by spinning it like that, is much quicker. It's not as slow. It's not sticky anymore. There we go. Take a nice clean cloth and give the wheels a wipe. But be careful of that little spring. Be careful of the little spring. I think what they do in the factory is they just throw the things together. And you know, if you'll notice, this is on 248,000 Ks. So after 200,000, it starts, all these speedos, it's weird, they just all start bouncing. I think it's just because of the lack of lubrication from the factory. And these are Uri 40s all over the world, all over South Africa, all over Africa. They're all doing the same thing. I'm doing a whole lot of these at servicing them, stripping, servicing, but that's as far as the stripping goes. Okay, you'll find if that little spring is loose, yeah, then we got another problem. We have to address another problem on the shaft, because that little shaft, it is very, very thin. As you can see, it's a tiny little pin. That's how thick the shaft is going through that. So you've got to be so careful that you don't hurt it or harm it in any way. All right, that's that one. So far. And then we just get some of this liquid out here. Okay. All right, so here is the odometer. And just give it a spray of your favorite lubricant, all-purpose, silicone-free. And then we just turn it by hand, because this is free. These are free. The trip meter is free. You can turn it by hand. You don't need to push buttons or anything like that. Just turn it by hand. There we go. All right. There we go. Nice and clean. And then we put the lot together.